Welcome back to Congress Unpacked, where politics meets accountability. Today we dive into yet another fiery exchange on Capitol Hill. Let's dive into Senator John Kennedy's fiery remarks on fentanyl and fairness in sentencing. With his trademark bluntness and Southern grit, Kennedy didn't sugarcoat America's fentanyl crisis. He made it clear, Congress can't force China or Mexico to stop their fentanyl exports, but they can secure our borders and crack down on dealers feeding this epidemic. Kennedy painted a stark picture using everyday objects, just a pencil tip of fentanyl. That's enough to kill instantly. 40 grams, enough to wipe out Culpeper, Virginia, and 400 grams could obliterate a city like Knoxville, Tennessee. His message was clear: if you're carrying that much, you're not an addict, you're a dealer.
Candidly, gentlemen, there's not much that Congress can do to make President Xi stop his country from producing the precursor chemicals. I've met with President Xi personally in Beijing. I don't think it did much good. And candidly, there's not much the United States Congress can do to make President Lopez Obrador in Mexico stop the cartels. He knows what's going on. There are two things that we can do. First, we, meaning Congress, we can secure the border. It's an open, bleeding wound, and it is wide open. And it is wide open by design. I've seen it. Most of the members of this committee have. That's not what I want to talk about. The other thing that Congress can do is crack down on the dealers, not the addicts, Mr. DeFord, the dealers. Now, Mr. Urban, see this pencil?
Yes, sir.
This pencil tip, the amount of fentanyl just in a pencil tip, as represented by a pencil tip, will kill you dead. Dead as fried chicken, Mr. DeFord. I hope that's Southern enough for you. You see this? 40 grams?
Yes, sir.
This will kill every man, woman, and child in Culpeper, Virginia. Not far from here. If you have this much fentanyl, you're a dealer. This is 400 grams. This will kill every man, woman, and child in Knoxville, Tennessee. Now, you're a dealer. You're not holding this much fentanyl. You're not dealing.
Now here's where it gets interesting. Kennedy highlighted a huge sentencing gap. Fentanyl, the deadliest street drug, has lighter penalties than meth, PCP, or crack. 40 grams of fentanyl gets you 5 years, but only 5 grams of meth gets you the same. The math just doesn't add up.
Now, 40 grams. This will get you, if you get caught, a minimum of 5 years. Okay? 400 grams, if you get caught with this much, enough to kill every man, woman, and child in Knoxville, and many more before you step on it, this will get you 10 years minimum. There's just one problem. We punish other drugs less severely than we do the most powerful drug, fentanyl. I mean, just look at it. 40 grams, 5 years. 400 grams for fentanyl. 10 years. Methamphetamines, 5 grams will get you 5 years. 50 grams will get you 10 years. Much less severely than fentanyl. We do the same thing for PCP. We do the same thing for crack cocaine. What you allow, gentlemen, is what will continue.
Kennedy's solution: 2 bills. the Fentanyl Eradication Act, and the proposed. These aim to lower the thresholds for mandatory sentences, making just 2 grams a 5-year minimum. His message wasn't about addicts, but dealers profiting off poison. America must stop treating fentanyl like just another drug. The consequences are far deadlier. Kennedy urged Congress to pass these laws and show that we take this crisis seriously. Wrapping up with a touch of humor, he yielded back his time, but his warning was anything but lighthearted.
Now, I support the Fentanyl Eradication Act that we've talked about today, but I also support something else. I support another bill, the Fairness and Fentanyl Sentencing Act. And it would lower the 5-year mandatory minimum threshold from 40 grams of fentanyl to 2 grams. And it would lower the 10-year mandatory minimum for 400 grams to 20 grams. And we ought to pass it too. What you allow is what will continue. I'm going to yield back, Chairman Brown, my 14 seconds to make up for my past transgressions.
The fentanyl crisis is growing, and without tougher laws, it will continue. That's it for today's breakdown on. If this was helpful, hit that subscribe button, stay sharp, and keep the conversation going.